Hey guys, Joe here again from the Review Crew, joined as always by
Mikey.
And today we will be watching episode 6 of season 2 of The Expanse. We had a really exciting episode last time. I think
Kaboom!
You were Team Miller, right?
Of course I was Team Miller.
And you were Team Miller dying, which shame on you, but good call.
Now, it was only Team Miller dying because it felt like it was progressing to that.
Destined to happen,
especially when he and Diogo went off together on the mission. He wasn't paired with someone random. He was paired with the kid that he kind of, busted in the water from the beginning in season 1 and kind of pushed towards a different path, but ended up back in the OPA path anyway. And, of course, they grew an attachment to him because it kind of became his partner out there.
A little, more as like his saving grace in a way.
Because otherwise he was lost. But his thing was to, protect Diogo and get him out because he had to go get laid, for lack of better words, and the direct quote.
My favorite, I love Diogo, but I also really loved rewatching this because I'm like, man, he just won't die.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if Diogo will continue to play a bigger part. Unfortunately, unless the proto-molecule can do something to save both Julie and Miller, they have crashed into the surface of Venus, which we know is closer to the sun than Earth, so it's obviously hotter.
The atmosphere is toxic,
different,
awful.
And they grew up in explosions.
And it was like a real big explosion.
So unless they can survive this situation, the Book of Miller has been officially closed, and I'm very curious to see who this book is about. Maybe we're about to enter the Book of Gunny, or the Mars vs. Earth War. Who knows?
Well, Mr. Meow is still at large.
Yeah, he might be still pulling strings or finding a new partner. And for us, I believe there's only one way for us to find out, and that's to keep watching. So if you guys are watching with us along, make sure if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe. Especially subscribing helps us getting along right now as we grow our community. The closer we get to 500, the better. And once we get 500, we have a bunch of announcements to make. So without further ado, I think it's best for us to just start this show. And we're going to begin this one in 3, 2, 1.
That's fine, Mikey. I didn't want to say anything about it. Just go right into it.
You did? You didn't?
I mean, hey, we have the intro.
No, I did, Mike. What the fuck?
You can talk right now.
You have time.
Nah, I'm good.
So we have the intro.
Nah, I'm gonna be a
Wait, is this the first time it's ever started with just the intro?
This intro looks different, or have we just never watched it?
It is a new intro.
Oh, okay.
Or an updated intro.
I mean, it's the end of book 1, so...
My wife, Katie, wanted to start having babies, like all good Martians do, but I convinced her that we should buy a second-hand yacht for me to tinker around with instead.
And
she liked to indulge me. The voice interface had been problematic from the start. The original owner was Chinese, so I turned the damn thing off.
As anybody does with most voice control.
Facts.
The rest, I guess, is history.
You accidentally figure out pre-flight warp or something?
See what you can do. My name's Solomon Epstein. And I changed everything.
Looking at the man who basically figured out how to fly really, really, really fast.
The one thing we do understand is that Eros was a wake-up call. Whatever it was, it's clearly the greatest technological leap since the Epstein drive.
They referenced the guy they just showed.
So now we know what an Epstein drive is and who made it.
We've commandeered a civilian survey vessel and are refitting it with our best sensors and probes. We're also reinforcing the hull to allow us to get closer to the surface. If there's anything left of Eros down there, we'll find it. We'll be on our way.
Why are you going to Venus?
So far, sir, we've confirmed aboard on 121 missiles. Tracking has been very difficult, but we're confident we'll be able to account for all the rest in short order.
Hey, look, it's our family.
I hope you get to meet them someday. One in particular. Love your mom.
Yeah, Mom, can't wait for you to meet Amos.
Say, love you, Mom. And Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad.
Oh, no.
And Dad.
That's a weird
There's
vibe.
got to be some relevance to that later in the story, that he just has 8 fucking parents.
The relevance was they did it so they can claim land.
Imagine.
But why? Why is that relevant to the story, Mikey?
Because Earth takes all your land.
I don't think it's just a setup to... I don't know. I
Could
don't
be.
believe that. I don't believe it.
Proto-molecule
Think you could turn a person into a spaceship?
Why?
Anything's possible.
Figure out how it works.
Proto-molecule?
I wonder if he knew that his trip to Eros would be one way.
I think part of him never left that terrible little room where we found Julie.
Which is the part she saw.
Yeah. That's a really good
Something to
line.
keep following. I don't want to be the one who says who lives and who dies.
Whether you like it or not, you are the captain of
That's
the
what they
ship.
said in the first season.
Callbacks.
Called Full Circle.
So in the interests of the smooth operations of this vessel and the morale of this crew, I just wanted to let you know that Naomi and I are together, sleeping together.
When did it start?
Just after we got out of Eros.
Wow, they really captured the vibe of like a friend group. It's
They had a bet, didn't they? They had a bet.
Told you. Arrows, did I
Oh, I didn't know he'd react to that.
Give me that arm. I can't believe I agreed to this. All right, go
Is he-
ahead, take a shot. What the hell was that? He said it was a punch. I know. I didn't want to.
Hey,
That was very good.
I'm glad that me and Naomi being together isn't an issue for you.
I'm gonna do her if she let me.
I'm glad
Dude.
It's supposed to be a punch. Nearly 30 of them. Kept on going. Long after all the others aborted.
Fred Johnson's got 30 nukes. That's a lot of ships. Where are they going?
They're catching them.
What the fuck is this?
OPA wants some nukes, baby.
They literally caught it with a space net.
That's how they do this.
I hate it here.
Fuel efficiency was through the roof. IG burn hurts like hell. I felt like someone was standing on my chest. It was getting harder for me to breathe or talk.
Oh. Ah.
The ex-
Oh, did his arm just break?
Yeah, because it's
Oh, that was
pressing
bad.
against the
Nice.
gravity.
Way
This Dr. Unsettle, you too.
Getting some Dracula vibes right now.
I believe Eros was infected by an entirely new order of technology. Something from somewhere else. Somewhere
wow.
on the reach
Somewhere
of our
else.
species.
He gets to wear a tinfoil hat, but I don't.
I believe the
beyond
Earth
the
has never had
Expanse.
contact with alien life.
Wow, Key's like dead money, isn't he?
I file for what to do if an advanced alien species comes calling. It's 3 pages long,
Oh.
and it begins with step 1: find God.
Jeez.
He said to me, "You are the future, Diogo. You
Told you
must
he'd become like
continue
Jesus
to
Christ for them.
You must
He's their
live.
Messiah. He died for them.
Just live.
Martyr.
Martyr. Oh, he's still a Messiah too.
These aren't rock hopper mining nukes. These are planet busters, designed to evade the best defense systems.
The missiles could be retargeted and sent right back at the inners. Or anyone else in the system for that matter.
She's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
This doesn't seem to be bothering you. Why is that?
Because we did that. Yep.
Called it.
Good call.
Guidance control.
Yeah, if he just sets up and says, we have 30 nukes, you can't come to
molecule.
us anymore.
We need to tell them everything we know about it. We need to tell everyone.
Oh, what happened to the main OPA guy back on the original space station? We haven't heard from him in like 10 episodes.
We haven't heard from anybody.
Do this
I don't know, dude.
Oh, he got the girl!
Learning hard 20
He got the girls.
whole boat is vibrating.
He's just vibing at the club.
Go back for the cockatoo. Mina
Oh, hey. Hold on there, partner. Whoa. Better back off and settle down, you hear?
Ramos.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Immediately he's like, yes!
Amos! You okay? You live here or something? Yeah, I got it.
He did say he liked them, so.
Next door's a brothel.
And then he stole his girl.
Enjoy yourself.
I pushed him back.
It's like,
He's not.
Stole his thunder.
Left arrows with Miller, first time. On your way back, you cut thrust for nearly 5 hours. What for?
He even bungled through our nav logs. And then Miller wanted to give his friend a proper burial at sea, which means that it's none of your goddamn business.
stone cold lie.
I don't think he believes that. Oh,
Oops.
oops. You trying to use my phone when I'm hungover?
And I blew it.
I think he's just gonna fly until he dies, honestly.
Named in memoriam.
The prison cell's looking a little less like a prison cell, huh?
A lot more like a research lab.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about, as usual. Anyways, Mars has the best scientists in the system.
I saved you
Anyone can
earlier.
think of some-
The only way to prevent that is to destroy it. All of it, while we still can.
Dresden wasn't working alone. Do you seriously believe we've got the only remaining sample in the system?
We just might.
Meanwhile, everyone's like, how do we get to Venus?
An arrow's burned up in Venus.
Oh, we
We're
think.
this close to getting rid of it once and for all.
Ignores the regular laws of physics, doesn't it? The protomolecule.
He's right.
Yeah.
Where do you get toothpicks? Base.
The simulation. Don't believe her.
It's done.
Now, why would she save it? For the Belters?
Yeah.
And she told Fred Johnson.
Ooh.
She really isn't about the crew. She's about Belters first. God. Ugh.
Look how fast
They never give Katie a child.
2.5 million?
Meanwhile, we started at like 3,000.
They'd make
Oh
her
yeah,
rich
like
for the rest of her life.
I can't even imagine.
That's the wonderful and terrible thing about technology. It changes everything.
That's not foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah.
The first technology
Yeah.
leap was,
Big ol' foreshadow
Yes,
right there.
and then the second is going to be the protomolecule.
Yeah, you know. Do you remember who got sent to Ganymede?
Hey, they got solar cells.
Gunnies.
Man, Mikey, you're on top, bro. Yeah, nothing's getting past you.
I edit these. I have to watch them twice.
You're really willing to cut him a deal.
Yes.
Maybe they can help him.
Doesn't he outrank her?
Yeah, but then
Why?
Well, she's essentially
Please let them know
blackmail
that
slash
if you can.
leveraging him into doing
I will
it, though.
drain hell
yeah, he's
from
like, I know what.
But he said you'd be willing to cut him a deal as if, like,
Freeze their
he wasn't the
assets,
one who was able to
cancel
dictate
their
that.
contracts,
You're
cripple their
forgetting.
business.
She's
And I
the
have
the
power
laws
to do
don't
it, 'cause
abide
I am the
me,
fucking hero who
politician.
helped save
He's
Mother
like the
Earth
forward
from
face.
the cataclysm.
Sure.
that
She's
you,
like
Pierre Mao,
backroom,
unleashed.
like slitting
And his children.
throats.
The government is
Politician.
more
She's dropping all the cards right now.
The children, their children, all of them, pariahs, outlaws, hunted and on the run for the rest of their days until we
Tell 'em.
find them and nail each and every last one to the wall.
Even if you put me out of power, I'll say who did it.
Cold-blooded, baby. I love
That's
she's
how she
so
kept her
good.
position.
She's willing to drop the names when they try to force her out.
I love that she like came in. She's like, "Hey, do you have a minute to talk?" And then she's like, "I will kill them all."
They will all rue this day.
Yes.
You can force me out, but I'll tell all 40 billion people on this planet who did what.
Yeah.
And you have fun.
What are we doing? Fixing the Martian flag. Deimos ain't a moon anymore. It's just a bunch of rock. That is not funny. I disagree. It makes me smile every time I walk past you.
Because you are an ignorant asshole.
Hold on a second. Is this your messed up sorry? Was it myself?
Messed up.
You know why I'm at you, do you? Yeah, because I took care of that guy who was kicking your ass and I made you look weak.
I let a breaching pod with 25 people get blown to pieces in order to protect you. I'm a big boy, Amos. I fight my own battles.
He didn't know that, did he?
I don't think so. And it's clearly still weighing on Alex ever since
His
that happened.
pride.
Belters have to help each other. No one else will.
See, Naomi's kind of feeling a little turncoat right now, you know.
So let me play with the nuke. What's that?
Somebody's fighting.
Stickman, we are registering movement on the UN line.
God damn it, I need a surface visual now!
Oh!
What's
Who's attacking?
She's seeing it.
Oh, yeah, she is.
It's wartime.
Oh, they're taking out the solar cells? That's fucked up.
It is.
Who are they shooting at?
There's a lot going on.
They're running from something. What are they running from? Who has the money to have a private army?
And it's still trying to cause a war.
Mal Kwiatkowski.
Kwiatkowski.
I said.
Damn, so much for these, like, indomitable Mars gunships.
He's got shot through the fucking...
Oh, fuck.
It was a sneak attack, so... But now look at what's happening.
It's falling on the
All the
gravitational.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's dead.
Who's dead?
That was one of the Martians, Saeed. It said it on that.
Damn.
Why does it look like they got energy sorted?
Her light's still on, though. They got off-screened. What is that crawling?
I don't think that's a UN Marine. What the fuck is that?
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, so...
I'm going with Jules Pierre Meow has genetically engineered soldiers rather than an alien species invaded.
Yeah, he probably is testing out...
Actually, is the Book of Mao over? I don't know.
So, to discuss this crazy ending, we don't know if Gunny's dead because she rolled over at the last second, so there could be a chance that she starts next episode alive, or she's dead.
I assume she's alive since that would be dumb to kill her after showing
Now,
her still conscious.
it was very... At the beginning, you saw that when the UN Marines were running, they were running and shooting at something while turning. You just couldn't see it too well. And there was they made it very clear that the drone was unarmed. Now, is that a Mao drone watching as they observe research data of what's happening? Because, I mean, he did mention the protomolecule can change everything, was what was mentioned by Dresden and whatnot. And Protocorp was just a small percentage of what's going on of his money. So there's a chance he could have spread it out, or there's alternate projects working on other things, or this is the proto molecule was in a different branch testing it on something else.
Look, so far we haven't seen anything to indicate the protomolecule is going to create blue space alien monster things. Because every time it's been introduced to people, people have turned into crystals.
It's true. So maybe it depends on how much energy gets fed and something like that, or maybe this is like, a seed crystal type thing controlling them.
Well, the other thing we know about the attack is multiple ships showed up, started shooting everything.
Right.
Which is
a telltale sign that it is.
Mr. Meow.
Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious when ships show up without, because let's be real. If there was an attack from Earth or somebody, Earth on Mars, we would have had a scene where they were discussing the war, because they wouldn't just have been like, we're going to war right now. It's a whole big political thing for them to go to war, whereas a private military corporation funded by Mao is not.
Well, an important thing to remember is Ganymede was a shared territory.
There's no reason for them to destroy
it's both UN and Mars.
But now he's going to create a crisis, which gives them an abundant supply of bodies to use.
Why is it a massive crisis? What is
food?
Ganymede is a major source of food for
the belt.
Yes.
And it's not even just the belt. I think it's for Mars as well.
Just that entire area of space.
So it's pretty big that they're losing this access to the food. But the bigger thing is now that if Jules Pierre Meow has this potential weapon that he could use that turns soldiers into these energy sources, then the big thing is going to be that he could turn unwilling people into his soldiers very easily, especially because he does that science experiment where he can take off half their brain where they don't care about empathy
Yeah,
anymore.
well, we don't know what's happening yet.
Yeah.
Other than that, it seems like Jules Pierre Mao is somehow in the mix, and there was a blue alien-looking creature.
Now I have to go watch like the Resident Evil movies to see what happens with the evil corporation making unwilling soldiers.
So a few other important things. Naomi lied.
Yeah, Naomi.
But not only did she lie, she lied to Holden.
Yeah.
Which shows two things. One, that Naomi may have other motives. More importantly, Holden blindly trusts her at this point and did not question that she would ever not do what is clearly the right thing.
Well, she literally said like the day before, like, you're the captain of the ship. What you says goes. Then she's like, accept that.
So, do you guys agree with Holden's decision to destroy the proto-molecule?
I think he's making the right call, but I also kind of understand everybody who's like, but we should research this.
But they were like, I want it from my side. I want it from my side. It should go to Mars, blah, blah, blah. And that's why Holden's only option is to give it to no one and destroy it.
But, like, that's like a parent being like, with their kids being like, I want to play the PlayStation. I want to play the PlayStation. And they're like, well, the PlayStation's going in the fucking trash now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a constructive decision.
It really wasn't. And it just ends up being Earth is, I mean, they're racing to Venus to get it anyway. Which might spark another war as they see ships racing to something. They may either, fight each other or try to destroy it. And while their fleets are doing this, who knows what Mr. Mao is going to be doing.
All right, tinfoil hat theory. Tinfoil hat
Miller's
theory.
still alive.
The proto-molecule survived. Julie and Miller are creating a cradle of life and terraforming Venus, which is going to cause Mars to fly like crazy to try and fight Earth for it to finish their terraforming project.
But they're just trying.
They've talked about the cradle of life and all of this for like 3 episodes now. It's too much theming. Something's gonna happen.
But the last episode was titled Home, and Julie just wanted to go home, and they went to Venus instead. That becomes their new home, in line with your theory, which is a home for the proto-molecule to escape to.
And it's terraforming it to be like Earth because that's home.
What if it's not terraforming it to be like Earth, but terraforming it to be like the universe, or the galaxy, wherever the planet that proto-molecule originated on?
Well, good news is we don't have to keep guessing because we know they're going to go check Venus out. So I'm sure we will get our answers soon enough.
It better be next episode, goddammit.
The last thing I have written down that I had wanted to discuss was you had a new theory today, other than the 8 you just said. But during the episode, which was that Holden's 8 parents thing is going to be a much larger
it's gotta be relevant to the story
than they are currently letting on.
They keep talking about it.
So we're gonna put a pin in that one. And
also
see if you win the theory lottery.
I think that's gonna be Chekhov's gun, like to a T. Like it's in the first scene, it's like, yeah, he's got 8 parents. It's like, what? And then it's just not been relevant. And hopefully, in like the climactic scene of some season, it's explained why that was mentioned in the first scene. And if it isn't, I'm gonna be mad. But honestly, the writing in the show is so good. I'm just waiting for it because it has to happen.
We'll get there, honestly, and I think we just have to keep watching because this is just such a good show. We just got way too many more questions and barely any answers again.
Well, it is the first episode of the
second
new
book, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna start just a little bit
ramping up
again. Yeah. And I don't know how many episodes in this season. I can assume maybe we have another 3 episodes until the end of season potentially.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
My last thing I wanted to mention. Well, I didn't say what my favorite scene was. The Avasarala scene with Christian, and like how she just kind of casually walks in. Hey, do you have a minute? And then it just ramps up, and then she's like, "I will burn it to the ground." I just really like that. She's a great actress.
And I also liked how the crew interacted, barring Naomi, because Miller kind of, he's like, we're sleeping together, and they're like, I knew it.
You mean Holden?
Well, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, wow, I said Miller, but Holden was like, we're sleeping together, and the crew was like, woohoo.
Just gonna be
we knew it,
that
but
we never get names right.
Yeah, really big. But then there's a whole
lot of names.
There is. The whole big thing was like, he gets to punch him, but he's like, I like you too much. I'm not punching you.
And then he wet willies him.
And he wet willies him. He punches somebody else for him.
And I actually think when you saw that kind of that little animosity in between Alex and Amos is really also to still remind you, like, they're all friends and they've been through a lot, but they haven't known each other that long still. Like, they're still forming these bonds, you know, so yes, exactly. So there's still a lot in between them that they have to, you know, work through. They're just because they've been through traumatic events that bonds them, but they're still getting to know each other. So
all right, thank you guys for watching. Honestly, there's no better way to end this episode. Otherwise, just saying thank you for joining the Expanse and your continued viewership. This is what drives us the most to be excited, because I get to, as of right now, I just posted the episode 5 and all the comments are going off and I'm like sitting here like oh no, I want to look, but I can't. Usually I'm at work when this happens, so it's pretty cool. But I think we're just going to continue watching as we usually do and just keep going, because got left on a big cliffhanger of what's going on.
Yeah.
Without further ado, though, I guess we're the review crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And thank you for watching. Take care.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Bye.